Good evening, Marco Island City Council. For the record, my name is Ashley Jenkins, City of Naples and Collier County stakeholder. I have zero issue in arriving on the island during season by boat or by visiting my constituents that live here locally. I've never had issues locating parking at any restaurant during breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And I do, though, have an issue with any privileged income from Collier County taxpayers paying for an unwanted trolley that is missing necessary infrastructure and a feasibility study. It was brought to my attention that a trolley is hidden within the upcoming budget proposal to sequester privileged taxpayer income to do a pilot test for free to the public. I am here to request, as someone who frequents the island for entertainment and recreational purposes, your ideal demographic, where are your feasibility studies for the trolley? I'm also here to ask you, where are the necessary infrastructure to host this service upon the island? Florida state statute requires under 337.408 that the necessary infrastructure be established to accommodate the service upon Collier Boulevard in the form of designated stops, which do not inhibit traffic flow in the right-of-way, benches, shelters, waste receptacles, and likely restrooms, because it is hot in Florida at all times of the year. Under Florida State Statute 2717, what is the schedule where the trolley horn for safety purposes will sound? Have the residents voted upon this noise disturbance? And what hours will this trolley be running? When will the horn or the bells sound? Has Council sought the necessary approval from the South Florida Regional Transportation Authority? As someone who comes to the island frequently in season to enjoy the island, I will not be embarking upon a trolley, ever. With certain delays to the East Trail from southbound traffic, this actually poses significant disturbance to the people of Collier Boulevard and the East Trail off island. Have you successfully surveyed potential customers of this trolley? Have you comprehended the impact to commerce for the better or worse? Have you contemplated how many local supporters would contest this in the county to look deeper at your financial motivations to conduct commerce at the expense of stakeholders of Marco Islanders and Collier County? How many consumers like myself who arrive by boat or stay at the resorts will divert spending elsewhere, as I do not come to the island to sit in delays or have mass transit forced upon me that have trickle-down impacts as a stakeholder in this county in local taxes? I have traveled to areas that host a for-profit trolley tour. These are not large endeavors for financial gains, and it feels like a conflict of interest to siphon taxes and public funds for a project which has zero feasibility studies. In other areas, the trolley tickets are $45 to $85 per passenger for a day pass. Your parking lots and entertainment venues have adequate parking for normal parking rates. I do not support traveling here to visit any restaurant for a higher tax, and I will be removing patronage if this is imposed to go to other areas of South Florida. At some point, taxpayers will have to pay the offset of this because there is no free lunch in Florida. I also do not desire to have delays to travel here to support the local commerce from being stuck on a trolley route which has zero space for turn lanes. As it stands outside of season, I face 30 to 40 minutes to get here from downtown Naples. Having a trolley will delay traffic all the way up the East Trail to my home downtown. From experience in other areas from trolleys, this is not the highest and best use of proposals for the test. I ask you to conduct a proper feasibility study in lieu of disturbing the oncoming season for this drastic change for something which has insufficient structure and adequate planning. Some proposals to establish would be look into parking garages. That would be a profitable endeavor for the city of Marco. Until you have adequate restrooms and waste planning for this impeding traffic adventure, this is the least desirable proposal I have ever heard. And with Marco Island being so tiny, all islands have traffic congestion as people enter an island and go onto island time. Public transit comes with all kinds of concerns from safety, budgeting, delays, and who profits and gains from this impact to the community. It's a terrible idea to transport people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Think about the people coming from the county building.
Yeah.